Hello, and welcome back. I'm Aiden, your narrator for tonight. Gathered here amid the gentle glow of evening, we embark on a restful journey that traverses the shorelines and soft landscapes of memory. In this episode, we will step into coastal whispers through a painter's memory, a gentle tale that unfurls upon the canvas of imagination like the softest pastel dawn over a serene seaside. Tonight's story follows the quiet footsteps of a seasoned painter who returns to a beloved coastal village. With each brushstroke, he awakens long-forgotten scenes etched into his heart by the whispering sea breeze and rolling tides. Within this tranquil setting, you will find the hues of nostalgia and the gentle lapping of waves carrying you deeper into a space of peace and solace. It is a narrative woven with the texture of sand beneath bare feet and the warmth of sunlit memories captured in paint. As we prepare for our journey, I am curious to know, what memories does the sea bring forth for you? Perhaps it is the sound of seagulls echoing above the cliffs, or the sight of pebbles glistening under the sun. Feel free to share your thoughts with our community, where stories and dreams merge like the tides meeting the shore. If this kind of soothing storytelling is what you seek, don't forget to subscribe to our podcast. Each episode is crafted to guide you gently into restfulness, offering a bridge between the waking world and the embrace of dreams. Now, before we submerge ourselves into the story, let's take a moment for a calming breath exercise. Find a comfortable position and softly close your eyes if you feel inclined. Take a slow, deep breath in, feeling the air fill your lungs, a gentle swelling like the rise of a wave. Hold that breath for a moment and then allow it to ease out, mirroring the wave's gentle retreat. With each breath, imagine tension dissolving away, leaving only serenity behind. Let's do this a couple more times. Breathe in, hold, and release. With that tranquility enveloping us, let's transition to the picturesque coastline of our story. As you listen, feel free to let go of the day's weight, letting the soothing cadence of our narrative guide you into a space where the painter's world blends seamlessly with the gentle rhythm of the sea. The late afternoon sun cast a warm golden hue over the tranquil coastline, where waves lapped gently at the sand with a soft, rhythmic sigh. Seagulls circled lazily in the sky, their white feathers glinting as they glide through the balmy, salt-tinged air. As the light began its slow dance towards dusk, Emilia sat on her wooden stool, easel set firmly in the sand, paintbrush poised like an expectant conductor's baton. Emilia's eyes traced the landscape before her, the chiseled cliffs, dressed in lichen and sea spray, the sun dipping lazily towards the horizon, casting elongated shadows across the beach. Each color, each shape, spoke to her in whispers, urging her to capture the moment, preserve its tranquility on her canvas. Her hand moved calmly, deftly mixing oils, smoothing layers that told silent stories of where the ocean kissed the land. This place held memories within its embrace, whispers from her childhood that fluttered through Emilia's mind like the gentle brush of a breeze. Her grandmother's laughter, their shared awe at the swirling colors of twilight, the texture of worn driftwood beneath her fingers. Each memory was an invitation to return, to weave the past with the present, to feel the serenity of those sun-dappled days once more. Emilia breathed in the briny air, felt it fill her lungs with warmth. As shadows lengthened, a cool breeze meandered through the air, carrying with it the scent of distant pines and the promise of evening. Emilia paused, allowing her gaze to rest on the half-finished painting, her heart beating in time with the wave's soft percussion. In this place, the world moved differently, slower, inviting reverie and reflection. The sky began to don its evening attire, pastel hues melting into soft twilight. Emilia gently placed her brush down, feeling the day's warmth emanating from the painted strokes, knowing that each hue and line would be waiting for her return, just as the sea always returned to the shore. And with that patient embrace, she knew that more whispers awaited her discovery. The evening breeze played softly with the tendrils of Emilia's hair as she walked along the shoreline, the sand cool and pliant beneath her bare feet. Waves rolled forward in gentle succession, tracing the edge of the land with delicate fingers, before receding again into the vast teal embrace. Emilia watched as the tide left behind a glistening tapestry of shells and seaweed, scattered like treasures casually abandoned by the sea. She stooped to pick up a smooth, oval stone, its surface polished by 1,000 rhythmic kisses from the ocean. Turning it in her hand, she admired the subtle grooves and iridescent flecks that caught the fading light. It was in moments like these that she found the ocean to be both a master artist and a storyteller, offering pieces created over time, shaped by forces invisible yet palpable. As Emilia continued her stroll, her senses absorbed the ambience of the coastal enclave. The symphony of crickets sang the day's last lullaby, while the call of the nocturnal plover fluttered between the soothing crash of waves. She felt the raw silkiness of the evening air, its touch cool yet tinged with the day's lingering warmth. The inviting aroma of seafood cooking arrived before she saw the quaint cottage, nestled snugly behind swaying dun grass. As Emilia entered, the scent of rosemary and roasted garlic enveloped her, a reminder of the simple pleasures that evenings here offered. Her grandmother, with her gentle hands and wise eyes, used to say that the evening meal was a time to savor life's flavors, to gather and recount the soft, unnoticed moments of the day. Sitting at the worn wooden table, Emilia smiled at the memory, now vibrant with the glow of a settling dusk. Thoughts of the tide's gentle embrace and the whispers in the wind filled the spaces between the evening sounds. Deepening shadows outside signaled the sky's transition to nightfall, painting the world in shades of deep blue, drawing the day to a peaceful close. With dawn's first light, the world slowly unfurled from its slumber, and Emilia awoke to the gentle rustle of the sea's morning whispers. The sky was a delicate blush, an artist's dreamscape painted anew each day, where night blended seamlessly into morning. The horizon stretched out before her window, where sea met sky in a serene embrace, gentle and constant. She took a deep breath, savoring the crispness of the morning air mingled with the faint scent of salt and dew. The cottage was quiet, peaceful in the soft glow of dawn. Emilia cherished these moments where time seemed to stretch, inviting her to discover the world with fresh eyes, to listen and absorb its early medley of harmonious sounds. Dressed warmly against the crisp air, Emilia stepped onto the veranda with her morning tea clasped in hand. The steam curled upwards, disappearing into the cool morning air, and it seemed to Emilia that the world was waking up with her, each sigh of the ocean, each rustle of the leaves, a gentle invitation to immerse herself in the quietude of the day's beginnings. Birdsong rose like the opening notes of a melodic sonata, a gentle complement to the rhythmic pulse of the waves. Swallows flitted about in the morning light, their flight a joyous dance against the pastel sky. Emilia watched as their shadows flitted across the sand, her heart swelling with the quiet beauty of the world coming alive around her. The sea, placid and endless, held bright promises within its depths. As Emilia sipped her tea, she felt the warmth seep through her, a serene warmth bolstered by the rising sun, preparing to drape its golden cloak upon the world. The day, as it opened its arms wide to her, carried the hope of new inspirations and discoveries, woven delicately into the tapestry of gentle whispers around her. The sun had risen higher, casting long rays over the sea that sparkled with shades of topaz and aquamarine. Emilia, invigorated by both sleep and solitude, decided to wander along the curving shoreline, seeking both inspiration and calm in the familiar rhythms of the coast. Each step left a gentle impression in the moist sand, disappearing soon after as the waves tenderly breached and receded. As her feet carried her along this familiar path, Emilia took in the colors painted across the morning sky, the softness of the clouds drifting lazily above. Her eyes soon fell upon a collection of footprints, small and graceful, weaving an unseen tale across the sands beside her own. Curious, Emilia followed them, the mystery unfolding with each gentle step. These marks, etched briefly upon the earth, whispered stories of early morning wanderers. Those who, like her, found solace and mystery in the sea's quiet companionship. She imagined their footsteps as delicate as whispers, as light as the sea breeze that caressed her skin. Uphead, a small collection of tide pools awaited, nestled between outcrops of rock. Emilia paused, her gaze lingering on the miniature worlds that unfolded beneath the sunlit surface of these ephemeral ponds. So teeming with life, tiny crabs darted, oblivious to the giant form above them, while sea anemones opened like blossoms in the sunlit water. The footprints disappeared into these tide pools, merging with the world's natural splendor. Emilia, feeling a delightful kinship with those unknown explorers, knelt down to trace the ripples of water disturbed by the gentle dance of waves. The world in these pools was vibrant, echoing the subtle whispers of an ecosystem respected and cherished. She smiled, embracing the songs of nature that surrounded and intertwined with her own, feeling each breath of the morning strengthening her connection with the beauty unfolding around her. In these moments, the vastness of nature and the simple act of observing it allowed her an intimacy and wonder that words often struggled to describe, draping her heart in a piece written softly across the sands. The sun now climbed steadily, a guardian cheerfully guiding Emilia's artistic wander along the beach. She meandered slowly, purposefully, her eyes scanning the ground for hidden treasures nestled in the sand. Each piece of sea glass, smoothed by the patient artistry of waves, glimmered like jewels, offering glimpses of a journey only the ocean knew. Emilia bent low, her fingers brushing against an emerald shard that winked up at her, cloaked in time-worn frost. She gingerly picked it up, marveling at its fragility and strength, imagining the story it contained, a testament to the endurance of life's beauty through change and hardship. Holding it to the light, it glowed like a stained glass piece against the sky, each hue an imperfection, a silent storyteller. Her exploration along the beach mirrored an artist's journey across the canvas, each step a brushstroke, each discovery a new layer of vibrant color. In such moments, time felt suspended, where even seconds carved from ancient secrets seemed eternal. As she walked, Emilia found more fragments of sea glass, the kaleidoscope of colors growing in her hand: cobalt, amber, seafoam, rose. Each piece, shaped by the persistence of tides, held the warmth of the day and stories spoken in the language of the sea's lullabies. The collection felt like treasures long hidden, now surfaced as tokens of a shared world. Pausing, she tucked her gathered pieces into the pocket of her dress, feeling their weight as a gentle reminder of the spectrum of memories along the shore. Emilia gazed out towards the sea, its eternal motion a dance of resilience and renewal. Here at the shore's edge, where the meeting of water and land crafted stories, half whispered, half heard, Emilia felt the gentle unspooling of time, a quiet symphony that would resonate beyond the day's passing. As the day lingered towards the lull of afternoon, Emilia turned her gentle steps to the time-worn wooden pier that jutted out like an old friend into the sea's embrace. Weathered by salt and time, the pier was a relic from a past that whispered stories through its creaking planks and barnacle-clad pillars. She stepped carefully onto the wood, feeling each groan and sigh through the soles of her feet, the pier speaking in its own archaic tongue, a language understood by those who earned its trust. As she meandered along its length, Emilia glanced down into the crystalline waters below, where schools of silvery fish flitted like brushstrokes of light across a canvas of seaweed waved gently beneath the surface. Sitting at the pier's end, she let her legs dangle above the cool waters, which kissed her toes with a freshness that invigorated the soul. Emilia allowed her thoughts to drift with the motion of the sea, her gaze extending before her where water and sky met in seamless continuity. It was here, bathed in the sun's languid warmth, that Emilia often found her thoughts returning to simpler times, memories steeped in the scent of ocean breeze and laughter carried on the wind. She closed her eyes, listening to the subtle symphony that played around her, the low murmur of the sea, the occasional squawk of a nearby gull, the gentle creak of the pier swaying with the tide. Each sound anchored her heart, tied to this place that offered refuge and inspiration alike, a constant balm for her wandering soul. The pier, steadfast yet always moving, reminded her of humanity's own tenuous grasp of time and memory, ever-changing, yet rooted in the steadfast rhythms of nature's pulse. Emilia opened her eyes, the sun's warmth sprawling across her skin, its comforting touch allowing her thoughts to settle like sand upon the shore. Here, the sea held secrets and solace with equal measure, a haven where whispers of the past met the aspirations of the present. As afternoon waned, twilight began to cast its spell, painting the world in a spectrum of soft hues that settled gently upon the earth. Emilia stood upon the veranda once more, the warmth of her cottage at her back as she took in the soothing transition unfolding across the horizon. The sea lay before her, its surface a shimmering tapestry of gold and rose, reflecting the waning sun's sweet adieu. With a soft sweater draped over her shoulders, Emilia felt the cool embrace of the evening lean into her, a refreshing chill that sharpened the senses just enough to appreciate the warmth of the cottage's glow. The world seemed to breathe deeply, exhaling the last remnants of the day's heat into the gentle arms of night. The air was rife with the mingled scents of the evening, a touch of wood smoke from distant hearths, the musky perfume of night-blooming jasmine, footsteps softened by shadow. Emilia leaned against the veranda's railing, her hands resting on the wood, worn smooth by years of holding memories, a silent keeper of all it had witnessed. In the growing twilight, she caught glimpses of distant sails returning home against the backdrop of the setting sun. Their serene passage evoked thoughts of a world beyond her own, where the sea carried stories across shores, binding together the scattered strings of human experience. As the sky deepened to a rich indigo, stars began to pierce its canvas, twinkling gently with the promise of endless wonder. With each cluster of light above, Emilia felt her spirit lift, tethered to the vastness of the universe and the intimacy of the world lit softly by starlight. The peacefulness enveloping her heart was a relic of time, woven into the fabric of the ocean's whispers and the warmth of Twilight's embrace. The moon had taken its gentle place in the night sky, its silver glow spreading across the land like a breath, calming and quiet. Emilia ventured from her cottage once more, drawn towards the call of the sea, its whispers echoing more distinctly in the moonlight. The sand was cool beneath her feet, a comfort that seemed to tell tales of its own, bathed now in ethereal blue. Under the moon's watchful eye, the world was transformed into a realm of shadow and grace, where even familiar shapes took on a new mystique. The waves, crowned with moonlit tiaras, kissed the shore with a tender devotion, their rhythm unchanged and eternal. The shoreline was a path well trodden, but under the cloak of night, it felt like a new world of secrets revealed only to those who wandered under the stars. Emilia walked where the sea foam danced lightly, her heart attuned to the symphony of the night, gentle yet profound in its simplicity. Boating lights twinkled in the distance, adding a touch of humanity's presence to nature's untouched grandeur. The sound of the ocean was a soothing mantra, inviting Emilia's thoughts to drift toward dreams, vibrant and vivid, where colour and light played in harmonious unity upon the canvas of her mind. Onward she walked, feeling the cool hush of sand and the pulse of the sea so near, they were inseparable from her own heartbeat. Here, quiet solitude embraced her with a familiarity that was both comforting and liberating, inviting her to listen deeply to the lullabies of the night. She felt a connection with everything around her, her soul resonating with the soft glow of the moon's gentle light, feeling the music of the unified whole. The sea, the land, and the night's whispers intertwined like strands of the world's eternal tapestry. The sky above was a blanket of starry whispers, shimmering with the light of countless suns, each one a small testament to the stories told across the breadth of time. Emilia lay on the sand, her back nestled against the earth, gazing up as the stars spun their gentle illusions above her. Night's quiet embrace had a way of magnifying the sounds of nature, etching them more deeply into the fabric of existence. Above her, constellations traced their ancient paths, silent companions in the night's tranquil unfolding. She wondered at the stories they might tell, the secrets they held in celestial tapestries woven long before human memories could grasp. Her fingertips brushed the grains of sand, its texture pulling her senses closer into the present, grounding her heart in the soft lullaby of night's calm. The cool air, suffused with the scent of salt and the distant aroma of cedar, wafted gently over her, as if cradling her in the tendrils of a dream. Emilia's mind felt adrift, carried by the faint music of the stars, lulled by their soft luminescence that caressed the world. Nearby, the steady pulse of the sea whispered lullabies to the sands, an eternal partner in the dance of twilight and tide. In this moment, the universe felt vast yet intimately connected, strings of starlight tethering Emilia to both the end and beginning of everything she knew. The stars murmured their tales across the void, shaping stories with light and shadows, their glow finding a home in the quiet corners of Emilia's soul. It was here, under the soft murmurs of the stars, that she felt most attuned to the quiet beauty of existence, part of the endless cycle of day into night, paint into memory. A gentle, tranquil warmth spread through her, cradling her spirit, letting her mind drift as softly and easily as waves upon the shore. As the night deepened, time's progression slowed, inviting Emilia into its tender embrace. She rose gently from the sand, her thoughts drifting like slow ribbons in the hush of the night. The sea continued its rhythmic lullaby, a timeless accompaniment to the universe's own quiet respiration. Emilia felt as if she stood at the edge of a grand canvas, one painted with dreams, tenderly and infinitely broad. Returning to her cottage, she carried with her the peace gleaned from whispers of the sea and the twinkling confidences of the stars. The warm glow from the windows beckoned, a comforting hearth for both body and spirit in the chill of night. The paintbrushes resting upon her easel seemed to await her return with anticipation, yearning to capture the timbre of night's embrace, to blend the voices of sea and star into harmonious hues. Inside the coziness of her parlour, Emilia felt the soft breath of the sea still guiding her movements, calming and steady. Closing her eyes, she listened to the nocturne of nature, its notes a gentle calling toward the profound simplicity of rest. Her heart carried the warmth of twilight and the silver threads of starlight, each a gentle caress upon the canvas of the night. Breathing deeply, she surrendered to the tranquil influence of the coastline, its call a soft lull, moving her consciousness towards the realm of dreams. There, intertwined with stories spun from a past and visions of what might be, she found a deep, heart-calming serenity. As the night wove its tender lullaby, Emilia slipped into peaceful slumber, her breath mingling with the rhythm of the sea beyond, holding her in a gentle, timeless embrace. Moon-illuminated dreams painted vivid memories across the canvas of her mind, echoes from the coastal whispers mingling with her gentle, drifting thoughts, steering her sleepward, tenderly, peacefully.